What is up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Usually Tuesday, I always say Tuesday's the second best baseball day of the week, as far as my personal preference, but this isn't the best Tuesday. I don't know if you just heard me and Toast talk about it. I only have 6 bets today. Definitely a lot of passes, but I do have some leans. So we'll go through all the games. Let's hit the intro and get it started.
Welcome to the source. The source. Source. Hey, get the source.
All right, so let me make sure. Yeah, comments are coming in. I think we're up and rolling. Hope everyone had a good Monday. I had a great Monday. My top bet was Mets for a full unit, and I also had the Pirates at a plus 250. That's always nice. And then I had the Reds for 0.75 at plus 130. So those 3 games, I started off 3-0, and I was up over 3 units already. So it was a nice Monday for me. I don't know what's going on with baseball recently, but apparently I either make a shitload of money or lose a shitload of money in these days now. It's supposed to be a slow grind. Small earnings, small losses, trying to turn a profit over time. These extreme days, I'm gonna have no brown hairs left. I'm gonna have a full head of gray hair by the end of the season. But all right, it's just me and Toast today. Let's get it started. I don't like that going on with my green screen. Let me fix that real quick. That's gonna bother me. There we go. Whatever, that's fine. All right, so for first game's doubleheader. Screw that. Let's start with Cards at Rays. Let's get a poll going. Cards, Rays, over, under. Poll is running. Go ahead and cast your votes. And why don't we start off with a plus 150 dog to start this day up? I'm on the Cardinals here. Cards money line plus 150. Put 0.75 units on this too, so it's not like wasn't just like a small little shot. 0.75 is a decent shot for a plus 150 dog. Let me open up my notes real quick. I think I have graphics for this one too. We got the whole 9 yards. 1 second. So first of all, start off by Miles Michaelis. He's actually been pitching pretty well. Let's pull up the graphics. Here we go. And these are Sonny Gray. Damn it, I have the wrong graphics in the wrong games. Damn it. All right, so how am I going to do that?
I can see the Michaelis graphic.
Oh, you know what? I know how to fix that in 2 seconds. Yeah, the Michaelis graphics is in the wrong game, though. Hold on.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So this would be game 1. It's the double header. I know what happened. The double header screwed it up. Right.
So everything's off 1.
And directory, game 1. Sorry about that, guys. But I know how to fix it.
Stupid double headers and these fucking East Coasters.
Here we go.
The retractable roof.
So, who cares about this one? All right, so here's Miles Michaelis. Sorry about the delay. Miles Michaelis, you can see in his last 6 starts, actually got some good-looking numbers. 3.45 ERA, 4.27 expected FIP. Not a big Miles Michaelis guy, but he's definitely shown signs of improvement lately. Rays numbers against righties, looking solid, not elite at all. Scroll through this. Zach Eflin, obviously beast at home. Look, keep in mind, Tampa continues to get priced as one of the best teams in baseball, when in reality, they're just not. And Toast will tell you this too. He says this all the time. Since June 9th, you ready for this? Since June 9th, the Tampa Bay Rays are 21-27. This team has been a below 500 team for 2 months. We're not just talking about a couple weeks here. It's been a below 500 team for 2 months now. Since the All-Star break, they're just 2-4 at home, 10-8 overall since the break. I mean, this team keeps getting priced as one of the best teams in baseball, and they're just not playing that well. I know Zach Eflin's been a beast in Tropicana Field, but we know the Cardinals lineup is capable of exploding on anybody. When the Cardinals lineup starts scoring runs, it doesn't matter who's pitching. So yeah, plus 150, I definitely think it's worth a shot.
Yeah, it would be Cardinals or pass for me. I actually like Cardinals team total over 3.5 at a -110. I think that'd be decent money. Like Kyle said, this Cardinals offense, I don't want to talk about the pitching, but their Cardinals offense is more than capable of hitting this Zach Eflin up. I understand Eflin at home can be scary, but I know it was, a couple years ago, but in 2021, he faced his St. Louis team twice, and he got rocked one of those times for 9 hits, and the other one he gave up 6 hits. So I think it's more than capable of St. Louis to score 4. I don't trust the St. Louis bullpen enough to get behind a bet here because congratulations to the Rays. They're finally at a 10-game span where they're 6-4, where they were able to beat a couple games against the lowly Yankees and the Tigers. They did beat Houston 2 out of 3 as well one time, but definitely shouldn't be priced like this. There's no way in how I would be playing the Rays at this price.
Yeah, I agree, and I actually am going to take a shot with the Cardinals, but
I bet the team total.
I'd be lying if I said that bullpen didn't scare the shit out of me. Let's take a look at the poll. According to our viewers, we have 67% betting the Rays, so our community heavy on Tampa. 19% Cardinals, 8% under. Yo, unders just continue cleaning up. Let's move on to the next game, which is Twins at Tigers. All right, let's get a poll going. Twins, Tigers, over, under. I had the Twins money line written down and ended up taking it out of my off my ticket, but I'll put it on the screen. Twins money line, but I'm actually just gonna put Twins or pass because I'm not sure if I'm actually gonna bet this. I feel like I don't even need to give reasons why the Twins should beat the Tigers. The truth is, I think this game's wildly mispriced. I don't care how public or square it is. Minnesota's the only side I would be on here. Sonny Gray has owned Detroit. Erod may have pitched well in his few appearances against the Twins because Erod's on the mound for Detroit, and he does have good numbers recently against the Twins. I think he's actually, I have it. Why don't I even? Erod against the Twins. His last 3 starts, he's 2-0 with a 2.00 ERA and a 117 whip. So he's been good against the Twins, but the truth is Erod hasn't been good, period, recently. He's got a 6.41 ERA and a 158 whip in his last 4 starts. And I know, look, Twins haven't been the best lineup against lefties this year, but you know what? If you look at the last few lefties the Twins have seen, they're hitting them. So I expect the Twins to get to Erod. I expect Sonny Gray to pitch against the Tigers lineup that I don't trust at all, especially against right-handed pitching. I think the game's mispriced, but no, as we were talking about in the VIB chat about an hour before this show, no Kepler, no Buxton for the Twins. So the Twins lineup missing 2 big pieces. Twins are pass for me.
Yeah, this was an easy one. Twins money line for me. I'm going to continue to ride this Twins team right now. They've won 5 in a row now, and they get a decent matchup today with Erod. Again, I understand that he's been good, but the Twins number 2 against left-handed pitching over the last week. They just saw a lefty yesterday. And the cherry on top, the Detroit bullpen is absolutely taxed. Their top 2 of the top 3 arms aren't going to be able to go, especially their closer. On top of that, since the All-Star break, the Twins lead the American League in runs scored per game, and they're tied for 4th best record in baseball at 15-8. I don't care how short the number is. I'll take the team that continues to win.
Yeah, I was going to pull up some graphics, but you covered all the bases. I feel the same way. And our community agrees. We got, come on now, load up. I think it was, I don't know, it's not loading up, but I think it was 49% of our viewers betting the Twins, 30% betting the Tigers, somewhere in there. So let's move on to the next game. 48-29. And 16% under. What is going on? The under's winning every single poll. Marlins at Reds next. Marlins.
Twins bullpen's fresh. Just so whoever asked that in the comments.
Well, I think, I was looking at the Tigers bullpen, and to your point, I think Foley and Lang will be available if they need them. I think they would just rather not use them. They both threw like 25 to 30 pitches yesterday, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, it's taxed to oblivion.
All right, so Marlins at Reds.
Lang, Foley, and Holton, their top 3 guys have worked 2 of the last 3 days. Top 2 guys, 40 pitches total. They'll, again, available, yes. At their 100%, no.
So this one for me, I wanted to get to the fish so bad. I'm going to say Marlins or pass on this one. I'm not going back to the Reds. Had a nice hit on the Reds yesterday. I like the Marlins here, but Braxton Garrett's recent performances have really scared me. He's got nice looking splits on the road, Braxton Garrett. So, I mean, I guess that would be a positive, but as a whole, this guy just hasn't been that reliable. I have some graphics we can go through. Nope, that's Patrick Corbin versus the Reds. Sorry, the graphics are messed up today. My bad. So, yeah, I have the numbers here. Braxton Garrett 0-2 in his last 3 starts against the Reds with a 4.60 ERA. He has 1 start in his career on the road in Great American Ballpark, and he got hit up, gave up 5 runs. His last 6 starts, Braxton Garrett's got a 5.83 ERA. That's what's holding me off. I think the Marlins win this game. It's just Braxton Garrett is scaring me. And, we know the Reds lineup is capable of exploding at any second. Kind of like the Cardinals lineup. They have the ability to put up an 8 spot on the scoreboard at any given night. But the truth is, I want to get to the Marlins so bad. And the Reds bullpen also a bit taxed too. So Marlins are passed.
Yeah, I didn't bet it. It'd be over or pass. It's just this lineup scare me. I did bet Brian De La Cruz as my Dinger Tuesday pick, but I just think that the Reds, they can explode at any time, and we've seen it. And if they hit one of those homers with men on base, it's going to be easy. But I could also see them struggling too. So they have really good weather, a good ballpark to create runs. I think Miami should be able to score runs off of Weaver as well. I understand that their offense hasn't been well, but that's what Cincinnati does. It breeds breeds runs. So it's over or pass, but it's just really hard to get to a side for me.
I think if Braxton Garrett is just decent, Marlins should win the game. It's just that there's the fear of him getting completely hammered. And wow, I think we have a dead even poll here. 44% Marlins, 43% Reds. Holy shit. 7% over. So our community pretty split on that one. Let's move on to the next game. Astros at Baltimore. This should be a cool series. I know Toast is probably looking forward to this series. These are 2 teams he likes to watch. Houston at Baltimore. You know what, Toast? You want to go first on this one? I'm kind of curious to see where you're at.
Bird gang. I've been saying it since the kids came up that I trust this Grayson Rodriguez kid. I understand he looked bad to start, but I think he's been pitching really well since he's got back up here, and I can continue to think he's going to pitch better. I just really like the spot for Baltimore, and I don't love the spot for the Astros after playing 4 games against the Yankees. Coming into Baltimore, where Baltimore, yeah, they didn't look that great against the Mets, but they got the job done every single night by 2+ runs. Look, Framber's my guy. He's one of my favorite pitchers, probably my favorite pitcher. Him and Sandy are like 1 and 2 for me in my heart. But he's coming off a 9-inning performance where obviously it was a no-hitter, but his last 5 starts before that, he hadn't gone past the 6th inning. So I don't really know what kind of arm we're going to get from Framber Valdez. So add that with the fact that we're going to get this Baltimore team at plus money at home for, I would assume, a pretty big game for them. They've also been in the news with their announcer. So I like the vibes, as Beaver would say. Vibes are high in that Baltimore clubhouse. At plus 110, I'm all over the Birds.
As Prop Beaver would say, vibes are high. All right. I agree with you. I am on Baltimore as well. Plus 108, I got it at Baltimore money line. And I agree with a lot of things you said too. I got the graphics working, by the way. You can see in the bottom left. Baltimore's lineup lifetime, only 40 career bats, but they're hitting 325 off Framber Valdez. He made a start against Baltimore last year, got absolutely lit up. His last 5 starts before Cleveland, because he pitched well in Cleveland, which was good because we had Houston in that game. But he's at an ERA of 7, 167 whip. That's in his last 5 starts before the Cleveland start. So Framber Valdez hasn't been that great now, but let me clear the air. This is not a fade of Framber Valdez. If you remember, when we bet him in that Cleveland game, I was saying I'm not worried about the struggles from Framber Valdez. I think he's fine. So I'm not changing my stance on that. I just don't like the spot for him here on the road in Camden. You can see his numbers from his last 4 road starts. But let's get over to the Baltimore offensive stuff. Solid numbers against lefties. Last 10 lefty starters to pitch against Baltimore have an ERA over 6. They've been getting to him. Grayson Rodriguez, as Toast mentioned, look at his last 3 starts. 2.55 ERA, 3.49 expected FIP, and an 0.79 whip. Those are Grayson Rodriguez's numbers from his last 3 starts. You want to know who they were against? At Tampa, at Toronto, and at home against the Yankees. Yo, that's 3 huge division games Grayson Rodriguez pitched great in. Is he going to shut down the Astros lineup? No, But you know what? Let's talk about the Astros bats for a second. Because look at his splits against righties here. Look, 410 WOBA against lefties. Left-handed bats can crush Grayson Rodriguez. Right-handed bats, not so much. He's got a FIP below 4 against righties. Houston's going to have 7 righties in their lineup tonight. I mean, the spot, it's a beautiful spot for Grayson Rodriguez. And then, by the way, Houston, look at the, right here. I'm making this one big. I want you guys to see this graphic here. So, God damn it. One sec. Here we go. So these are the last 6 righties to start against Houston, right? They got to Severino. Who the hell has it, right? Who hasn't gotten to him? Look at the rest of them on this list. Clark Schmidt, 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs. Taylor, Bybee, 5 innings, 2 runs. Gavin Williams, a rookie, 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs. Syndergaard, 5 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs. I mean, do you really trust the Astros bats right now? Because I don't know if I do. And at plus 108 at home in Camden, with the team that, let's face it, do I think the Orioles are a better team than Houston? Probably not, but you know what? They've been better this year. So give me Baltimore plus 108.
Also, really quickly, Framber did have a start in Baltimore last year. 5 1/3, 11 hits, 7 runs. Only 4 of them were earned, but still not a great performance from Framber. So, yeah.
I like Framber.
That's my guy.
I think it's a really sneaky spot for Grayson Rodriguez, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And wow, the community is with us here. Heavy on the O's. 62% of our viewers. Damn, we got a sharp crowd out there. 62% of our viewers betting Baltimore, 25% Houston, 6% over, 5% under. Braves at Pirates. Let's run a poll. How about those Braves, though, guys?
How about them?
I caught a lot of hate for my Pirates plus 250 pick yesterday. That's all fun, though. Let's see. Braves at Pirates. Poll is running. All good. No chance in hell I'm dipping my toe in that pool again. In fact, give me the Braves minus 1.5 here. That's the beauty of betting dogs. Like, I could just duck out and be up big on this series and not even have to touch it again. I am not. I'm going back, and I like the Braves minus 1.5 here. Sorry, I keep forgetting to pull up my notes before I start talking. So Mitch Keller's been awful recently. Actually, let's see if I have the graphics. Here we go. Yeah, the graphics are working. So Chirinos, don't have a ton of faith in him, but you know what? He's got good splits on the road this year, but screw that. Let's get to Mitch Keller's numbers. All right, so first of all, these are the current Braves bats' lifetime numbers against Mitch Keller. In 37 career bats, not a huge sample size. They are hitting 351 lifetime off them with a 979 OPS. So these Braves hitters have had no problem lighting Mitch Keller up. Mitch Keller's last 3 starts against Atlanta, he's 0-2 with an ERA over 10, a 257 whip. I mean, not even the late, great Madison Bumgarner can fuck with a 257 whip. That's serious shit there. Mitch Keller in his last 4 starts against anyone. His last 4 starts, 9.97 ERA. I mean, I personally took a hard loss. I had the Pirates as my bet of the day. I think it was against Milwaukee. You know what? It was the night that the Jets-Browns Hall of Fame game was on, whatever night that was. But I had the Pirates as a full unit bet with Mitch Keller. He got lit up. I don't trust Mitch Keller at all. This is just a fade of Mitch Keller, taking the Braves coming off a loss, minus 1.5.
Yeah, I played over. I played over 10 here. It's just the easiest way for me. I see this game going. Neither starter can really be trusted. If you look at Keller, in the last 3 times he's faced the Braves, obviously you can tell by those numbers. He just got absolutely annihilated. Last year it was 3 2/3, 7 hits, 7 runs. 7 hits, 7 runs. Year before that, 5 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs. In 2019, 10 hits, 6 runs. So it's just been really, really bad. The Pirates offense has shown a little bit of life, so I trust for them to pop a couple runs across the board. Really good weather. Ballpark Pal has it projected over 11 runs. The Pittsburgh bullpen is absolutely taxed on top of that. And Atlanta used 4 guys yesterday. So again, I'm not saying that I think Atlanta kills them, but I think that over 10 is a really good number to play.
I can get down with the over. Our poll heavy on Atlanta here, as expected. Damn, why is the poll taking a second to load? That usually doesn't happen. I hit end poll and it's not popping up, but it was like 69% or something on Atlanta. Here we go. 66% Braves, 16% Pirates, 16% over, 0% under. Not a single person out there taking the under in this one. Let's move on to the next one. Toronto at Cleveland. Blue Jays, Guardians, over, under.
If you want my props, I posted them on my Twitter, but I'll talk about them at the end.
Yeah, we'll run through them at the end when we do the underdog stuff and all that. Speaking of which, prop beaver, send over an underdog. Oh, you did?
There's one for me. And
yeah, I have yours too. So we have 2 underdogs coming at the end. All right, cool. Prop beaver's underdog hit yesterday, by the way.
I know. I played 2 of the 3 things, and I combined it with mine.
Nice. All right. So anyway, Cleveland at Toronto.
All the Chuck just throwing K's out there.
Yeah, he got his strikeouts. I'm gonna give the mic to Toast for this one because I'm Toronto or pass. Cleveland's lineup is just a mess right now. Maybe he has an angle on it. I didn't really see anything I liked. I wouldn't bet Cleveland.
I'm just like yesterday. I'm going to continue to bet Toronto. They were very impressive in Fenway. Again, I'm going to continue to bet teams that are winning. Cleveland just looks absolutely terrible. I was actually talking to the commission about it. The offense for the Cleveland Guardians is just absolutely terrible. Kikuchi, I really expect them to struggle because a lot of them are young guys. Kikuchi's going to be throwing a whole bunch of junk up there, looking like cement mixers coming across that plate. He's been fantastic his last 4 starts. Toronto's won 5 of 6, while Cleveland's just 2 in their last 10, or they've won 2 of their last 10, or 2 and 8 their last 10, or whatever. It's been bad. So I'm going to continue to bet Toronto. Everybody that I would need in Toronto's bullpen's available. Some of them are used, but again, I'm really not worried about it.
Yeah, that's what I looked at that Toronto bullpen, and I was thinking, wow, they're pretty taxed. But then if you take a closer look, I think every single person is going to be available. They're just tired. Like they're there. Speaking of this, hold on. I need to jump back to this game. In case someone was considering going on the Pirates, I forgot to bring this up. Pirates bullpen's taxed. We don't talk about the Pirates. Oh, you did say that? My bad. Mm-hmm. Well, here it is.
But yeah, it's good to see so they can see that graphic because look at all that
My
color.
bad. I forgot to mention that last game. But yeah, so the Pirates bullpen is taxed. That adds on to my Braves -1.5. So let's see what the community's heavy on Toronto. As expected. I mean, they look pretty good. 70% of our viewers betting the Blue Jays, 15% Guardians, another win for the under crowd, 10% under, 3% over. Royals at Sox next. Royals.
Whew, I got lucky on this one.
I know, man. I mean, I had a great day yesterday, but if the Royals ended up pulling that out, it would have been a beautiful one. You can thank the umpire. Well, not for losing the game. You can thank the umpire because it just should have went to 10. I hate when people will just assume like we should have won, but you should have went to 10 and figured it out then. But this is just a straight pass for me.
Same here.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I won't even put it on the screen. Let's end the poll and move on to the next one. I don't even have many notes for it. I like Brady Singer, but the truth is he's just so much better at home. I'm down to take a sharp stab with Brady Singer. He's looked really good recently, but it's at home. He's kind of reminds me of Greinke. Like he's just a bet on guy at home.
And you can say the same, like the opposite for Cutter Crawford. I love Cutter Crawford, love him on the road,
right.
Not really like him at home. And on top of that, he's not going to go deep into the game, and I don't really want to deal with that. Not at that price.
Yeah, so let's just skip this one. Our poll is pretty heavy on Boston here, but actually not pretty heavy. 48% of our viewers bet in the Red Sox, 33% Royals, 13% over, 4% under. So let's go ahead and move on to how about those Mets?
Yeah.
How about those Metropolitans?
Yeah. I was surprised you were on them too yesterday because because I just know your hatred of them. So.
It was my first time betting the Mets in a while. It was a nice win.
Oh, good.
So I am not going back to them though, but I thought about it. I really thought about it, and I wouldn't bet the Cubs. What I would do here, over 9.5 or pass. There's definitely angles here that I like for the Mets. Truly, I think they hit up Tyone. I mean, Pete Alonso is swinging a hot bat right now. He had 2 homers last night, and he should have had a third. He got like this tiniest bit under it, and it went to the warning track. He could have easily had 3 home runs last night, and he's been hot for a few games now. And he's the type of slugger when he gets hot, he's going to put the ball out. So I trust the Mets bats right now. I think they're going to Hammer Tyone up. The reason I can't go back to the Mets, look who's on the mound, man. Carlos Carrasco, I like you, man, but he's throwing batting practice out there. Cookie's been getting hammered. So I would say if you put a gun to my head and said pick a side, I would take the Mets again at the plus 115 or whatever. But I'd feel more comfortable on the over. Probably won't even bet the game, to be honest.
Yeah, I would bet the Mets are pass, but it's a pass for me. And again, I know everybody's betting the Cubs. I can see that Tyone's actually been a lot better his last couple starts. But like Kyle said, those Mets bats, if they get going,
they can beat anybody.
I'm not saying that they're going to be a good team, but again, if they get going, if they're hot for a couple games, they're going to put up 7-8 runs a night. It's not going to matter how bad their pitching is. So
right.
it's not something I want to deal with this type of pricing and stuff.
Yeah. And wow. Okay, so our community's heavy on the Cubs. That's to be expected, though. 76% of our viewers betting the Cubs, 12% Mets, 9% over, 0% under. Let's move on to the next game. Yankees at White Sox. Let's run a poll. Yanks.
I was so mad yesterday, but I only lost like a half a unit on the Yankees. I thought I bet a lot more.
I cannot believe the White Sox are winning. I mean, I almost bet the Yankees too because I was Yankees or past. And
the Yankees literally had the bases loaded with no outs like 3 times. I mean, the amount of things that had to go right for the White Sox, for the Yankees to even lose that game is absolutely ridiculous.
Right.
It's all good.
This isn't a Yankees or pass today. This is a full-on Yankees minus 1.5. I'm on the Yanks today. It's Schmitty day. One of the best pitchers in ball. No, I'm just kidding. But you guys know I like Clark Schmidt. Look, there are angles you can find here that point towards the White Sox. I know, Clark Schmidt doesn't have the best splits on the road. The White Sox bats have scored 17 runs in their last 3 games. Touki Toussaint has been serviceable. I mean, there are angles that will point you to a White Sox bet here, but the simple fact remains that there's no way in hell this team keeps winning. They sold their whole bullpen. Their entire bullpen is gone. And I mean, the 4 best arms from the White Sox bullpen are no longer there. They traded all 4 of them. They won 3 in a row. There's no way this keeps happening. Playing against a Yankees team that needs W's. This is a team that's still in the playoff race. This team needs to win, and I'm glad to hear Toast. I didn't watch the game yesterday because I didn't bet it. I didn't have any money on that one, but I'm glad to hear Toast say the Yankees probably should have won. Makes me a little more confident. Right. So Yankees minus 1.5 for me.
Yankees. I'm going to use the Yankees in a parlay. I just don't know who I'm going to use them with yet, either Milwaukee or Texas. So Yankees in a parlay piece. I don't want to lay 1.5 with them, but I will use them in a parlay piece. I just don't know who I'm going to use them with exactly yet.
All right. Let's see the poll. 61%, it looks like. 61% of our viewers on the Yankees, 23% White Sox, 7% under, 6% over. Sauce, how much research do you spend on these games? It's not just me, though. I have 2 people here working that do a lot of it, too. So what they do is they prepare a whole thing, and then I look and pick and choose which points I think are the most significant. Anyway.
It takes about 3 hours to go through a slate.
Yeah.
Usually if you want to do it the right way.
Rockies at Brewers. Let's run a poll for this stupid game. Just could care less about this series, man. So Rockies at Brewers. This is a pass for me. I mean, the fact remains, I don't trust the Rockies enough to take a shot with them, and I refuse to pay a minus 215 price tag for the Milwaukee Brewers. No way. So pass.
Yeah, I couldn't agree anymore. I have no reason to even watch or bet this game.
Yeah, for real. So 2 passes there. I would imagine the community poll here would be on pass also, but it's heavy on the Brewers. But
I expect the Brewers to win, but I'm not paying that price.
74% Milwaukee, 12% Colorado, 12% over, 1% under. All right, next game. Giants at Angels. Let's run a poll.
Are those pie charts for Jesus Christ? There is a drug problem. There is a drug problem in America among the gambling community.
Everyone's
what is
on
going
the Angels.
What are we doing, guys?
Guys, come on.
What?
Oh, where'd my notes go for this game? Oh, well,
I hope you're not on the Angels.
hell no. Giants money line.
Okay, good. Thank God.
I don't know. For some reason, my notes aren't here for this game, but this one's pretty simple. Alex Wood sucks. Alex Wood sucks, and the Giants are a better team than the Angels. Plain and simple. I mean, look at the records. The Giants find ways to win games, and the Angels find ways to lose games. Whole world's betting LA here. Yeah, Giolito has decent-looking splits at home, I guess. But if you want to play the splits game, you know what? Alex Wood, I'm pretty sure, has a pretty good-looking splits on the road himself. So, yeah, I'll Giants money line. I'm getting a much better team at plus 102 or wherever it's at. I don't have a ton of faith in the Angels right now.
Yeah, this one was, I mean, I feel like that old football coach. Hello? Because it's, I mean, at this point, I mean, I don't know what are going on here. The Angels haven't hit lefties well at all. They're 18th or something like that the last 2 weeks. But if you filter it over the last week, they are 29th, only 19 plate appearances. But in those 19 plate appearances for the Angels against lefties, they are negative 18 WRC plus. That's how good the Angels are at hitting lefties right now. Is Alex Wood very good? No, but that shouldn't really matter. On top of that, the Giants are going to have all their major bullpen arms available, while the Angels have their top two arms have worked back-to-back nights. So not only is the absolute worst bullpen in baseball, their top two guys are severely taxed as well. So, yeah, I'm all over the Giants. It's one of my favorite plays today.
Looks like the community agrees with us too. 58% of our viewers bet in the Giants, 29% Angels, 6% over, 6% under. All right, let's cruise on to game number 13.
You know what? Mark Truthen, Giolito could shove for I could see him going 6 innings, maybe giving up 2 runs, and then the
score will
bullpen
be
gives up
2-2.
5.
The score will be 2-2.
Yeah, and it will end 7-4 Giants.
Yeah,
or 8-4 Giants.
Yeah, the Angels bullpen is trash. Let's move on to game 13. Dodgers at D-backs. Let's run a poll. Dodgers, Diamondbacks over, under. All right. Poll is running. Cast your votes. I mean, I'm on the Dodgers in this one, -1.5. I don't really see how you can be on the stakes anymore. I mean, they look so bad. I don't, and then Brandon Pfaadt on top of it. Hold on one second. Let me pull my notes out. I think I have graphics for this one to go through. One sec. Let's see if they're here.
Yes,
here we go.
A little bit better. Yeah.
Okay, so I know that Julio Urias's stats recently on the road are going to be they're going to terrify you. As you look here, he's gotten rocked in 3 of his last 4 road starts. The Baltimore Orioles crushed him. Royals crushed him. Cardinals crushed him. He did shut down the Mets. I know that's scary, but as a whole, the Diamondbacks just aren't doing shit against lefties. Urias has also pitched very well against this team over the course of his career. He's made 12 career starts against Arizona. Look at his numbers in those starts. A 1.55 ERA, 0.78 WHIP, 2.59 FIP. He's dominated this team. D-backs bats are not doing anything notable. Here are their numbers at home the last 30 days. In the bottom 10 of baseball. Here are their numbers against lefties since June 1st. Bottom 10 of baseball. Brandon Pfaadt actually has shown signs of improvement. But, I mean, it's the Dodgers. Do we really even need to go through the Dodger stuff? Since July 1st against righties, top 5 in basically everything. Dodgers on the road in the last 30 days. Second in everything. And the Dodgers even have a pretty solid bullpen edge here as well. I don't see any reason to take a shot on Arizona here. Dodgers -1.5.
Yeah, I love the Dodgers in this spot. Really quickly on Pfaadt, he moved sides of the rubber. He went from the third base side to the first base side. That's what's gotten him to get some a lot more swing and miss and whatnot. But again, this is the Dodgers, like you guys, like Sauce talked about. I'm not worried about it. But the thing that makes me like this even more is that if you remember earlier in the year, the Diamondbacks kind of had the Dodgers numbers. Arizona's 5-3 against the Dodgers this year. The Dodgers aren't going to come in here off this Padres series and take this Diamondbacks team light because they play in that same division. So even they don't want to have to deal with tiebreakers and anything like that. So I expect the Dodgers to be on all gas, no brakes here today. I have no problem laying the 1.5. Yeah,
it looks like the community definitely agrees with us. 73%, I think it is. 73% on the Dodgers, 17% on the D-backs, 6% over, 2%.
Really quickly, just to point out how bad the Diamondbacks have been. 2-8 their last 10, 5-15 their last 20, 8-22 their last 30. So if I can see in the comments, somebody said that they're going to take Urias to Pound Town.
I mean, have they been the worst team in baseball in the last 30 games? 8-22.
I mean, I would
bad.
assume so. I can't yet. I mean, 8-22. I mean, that's.
I bet
just,
you the Nats.
So bad.
The Nats are probably close to that.
No way. The Nats have been a fine.
Yeah, but not in the last 30. Oh yeah, last 30.
The Nats are 16-14 their last 30.
Oh shit! Never mind. Wow, I'm way off there.
Yeah. So
the D-backs might be the worst team in baseball.
Yeah.
Texas at Oakland's next. All right.
I mean, even the White Sox are 10-20 their last 30. the White Sox.
All right. Poll is there. It is. Rangers at A's is next. I mean, I have no interest in this shit. I actually kind of want to bet Oakland. I know it's not smart, so I'm not doing it. But I kind of went bet Oakland with now that Josh Jung's out. If I'm not mistaken, still no Jonah Heim. Still no. Oh no, Seager's back. Still no Jonah Heim though as well. Rangers lineup missing pieces. I don't trust Scherzer on the road. I actually think I would say Oakland or pass, but it's just a pass.
Yeah, I'm gonna use Texas. I'll probably end up doing like Texas and the Yankees money line parlay. I'm gonna continue to try to find ways to bet this Texas team. They just continued. I mean, I know they're public today. That's obvious, expected, but they are just absolutely throttling teams right now. And I have no reason to think they're gonna slow down. So for the first time in a while, they're in the thick of a playoff race. I think that team was absolutely rejuvenated with the trade deadline and what this team did to bring new talent into this game. So, I'm going to find ways to get to Texas somehow, some way.
All right. And our poll is all over the Rangers as expected. 78% of our viewers betting Texas, 9% Oakland, 7% over, 3% under. I'm telling you, I think the Oakland has a shot in that one.
That's why I'm trying to find it, but I don't know if I'm going to. It's just, here's the thing that scares me is that like Max Scherzer, all of his stuff's like on Underdog and stuff. Like they have it up there for a win and all that stuff. So they're like not worried. They're assuming that people are going to put that into their shit.
Right.
So,
all right. Poll is running. Padres at Mariners, final game of the night.
Say it. You know, you don't want to, but you have to.
Mariners money line.
Yep. Copy and paste it.
Mariners money line it is. I don't. You could go ahead, take the lead on this one.
Honestly, it was the decision was made for me that the fucking world is on the Padres.
Yeah, that's a big part of mine too.
That was a huge decision factor for me. Logan Gilbert is not really the guy I want at home. Like, to be honest with you, like he doesn't have the best home and road splits. He hasn't really looked good at home his last few starts, but let me tell you something. Nick Martinez is terrible. The Padres bullpen is terrible. And at this point, I don't know if I can trust Bob Melvin to be making the right decisions. Why Seth Romo was able to face Mookie Betts for the third time in that game with the bases loaded is absolutely bomb. I can't even deal with it. I've been riding Seattle for a week now, if not longer. So there's no reason for me to stop right now. Seattle money line.
Prop Beaver would love that. He hates Bob Melvin, like hates him. So our poll is in heavy agreement with us. 68% Mariners, 20% Padres, 5% under, 5% over. So that's the last game. We got 2 Underdog tickets, one from Toast, one from Prop Beaver. Let's get into it. All right, so first up, let's go Toast first. Well, that's not Toast there. That's yesterday's. That hit, by the way. Prop Beaver landed. So I believe this one's Toast here. Brandon Belt is in yours, Toast?
Yep.
All right. Wow. Toast, it's on the screen if you want to explain the legs.
Brandon Belt is one of the best guys in the league at creating walks, taking pitches. David Peralta has not only used to play in Arizona, but it's just he's been really sneaky good for LA this whole year. Brian De La Cruz, great elements, great matchup. Ballpark Pal has it as a great matchup. Ha-Seong Kim, you already know. And Ronald Acuna, I played his over 1.5 or 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. It was at minus 115. You don't even see a lot of 2.5s out there, let alone at minus 115. So I expect him to do some work today. So it was only like a $3 play. I mean, nothing crazy big, but I do really like those.
Okay, and then let's switch it over to see what Prop Beaver likes. This is Prop Beaver's here. Prop Beaver going for 2 hits in a row. Looks like he's sending a 4-pick. Framber Valdez lower than 6 strikeouts. Mitch Keller lower than 17 outs. I like that. Kikuchi lower than 2 earned runs. I like that one too. Kikuchi's been hot. You love Bobby Witt Jr., bro.
Who doesn't?
Bobby Witt Jr. higher than 9 fantasy points. So that one comes from Prop Beaver. If you don't have Underdog, here's the states it's available in. Any of the states highlighted in orange, just go to Underdog Fantasy, the website, or download the app. When you make an account, use the promo code BET, B-E-T. It'll give you a $100 deposit match, meaning if you put $100 in, they'll give you a free $100 to play with. Now, can we talk community parlay?
Hey, come on, it's the community parlay. What's the matter for you?
Wow. I feel like the Mets were still contenders the last time the community parlay hit. The Mets were still in the division race, not even the wild card. They were still in the division race. Let's give the community parlay a shot. We're getting hammered recently, but you know what? If you remember, the community parlay gets hot in bunches. Hit 3 out of 5 days one time. So like when it hits, it gets hot. So it just needs to get hot again. So let's go ahead and start running some polls. Figure this out. All right. First game, Cardinals at Rays. They voted Rays. Twins at Tigers. They voted Twins. Marlins at Reds. They voted Reds. They like the dog in that one. Orioles. Wow, 2 dogs. We had 2 dogs in this first poll. Did you want to read off your props?
Oh, yeah, sure. No problem. Here, hold on. Let me pull them up real quick. Okay. So, honestly, guys, it's kind of going to the classics. One of them is Ronald Acuna, over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. I just explained that one on the Underdog. And then the 2 classics, J.P. Crawford, over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at plus 115. Ha-Seong Kim, over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at plus 120. And then the cherry on top, a Ha-Seong Kim, J.P. Crawford's hit parlay at plus 135.
There you go. Community parlay, Rays money line is the first leg.
I also have a hit parlay with multiple teams that I posted as well. You have to play it on DK to get this number, but it's JP Crawford, Ha-Seong Kim, Jordan Luplow, and Robbie Grossman all to record a hit at plus 529.
Next leg up, Braves, Blue Jays, Red Sox, Cubs. I have a feeling Cubs is going to win that one because it was like 89% voted Cubs. Never mind, Braves taking early lead. Never mind. Cubs aren't going to win. I might be able to shut this one down quick because everyone's voted the Braves, apparently. 5, 4, yeah, Braves by a mile. Rays money line, Braves money line. Next poll. Braves, Cubs. Yankees, White Sox. That's where we left off. So Yankees, Rockies, Brewers was Brewers. Giants, Angels was Giants. The public's on the Angels, but our community was on the Giants and Dodgers. All right, third leg. Cast your votes. Someone just said safest parlay ever.
Oh, I remember my first beer too.
There's no such thing. Nothing's safe.
Oh man!
Wow, Dodgers and Yankees battling it out. When's the last time the Yankees were in the community parlay? I feel like the Yankees never make it. It looks like we'll go 5. It looks like it might be Yankees. 4, 3, 2, 1, and poll. And the winner is Yankees and Dodgers tie. Wow, we need a 5-second tiebreaker. Make it quick, guys. Yanks, Dodgers. I'm giving it 5 seconds once the poll starts. Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looks like it was going to be Dodgers. Dodgers it is. But we're going to put Yankees back in for this last 4, because if you guys really want the Yankees. So we got Yankees. What games are left? Rangers, Athletics. Rangers, Padres, Mariners was Mariners. And then we'll pick one more second place. Blue Jays were pretty close. Orioles were close. So there we go. Let's vote on the last leg of this parlay. Rangers taking early lead here. He said I must be behind because it was gone before you started counting down. I'm guessing that it's just the poll loads faster for other people. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it does. There's certain, not everybody's on the same. I figured that out.
Wow, this is a close one between Orioles and Rangers. I'm going to give it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, end poll. And the results are Orioles. We get a dog in there.
742.
Plus 742 for the community parlay. All right, that's up. That's so Rays money line, Braves money line, Dodgers money line, Orioles money line, community parlay at 742. Let's get ourselves a hit. If you're interested in, if you want to see what my 6 bets were that I put down, that's at this link here. Check it out. Let's have ourselves a good Tuesday night. Everyone bet responsibly. We will be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. with Jay. Jay Briggs is with us Wednesday. The commish is with us Thursday. And Lord BLT is with us Friday. So we're going to have a guest. We have guests lined up for the rest of the week. Everyone have a good night. Hit us up on Twitter if you need anything.